Chapter 11, Dreams of Our Children by Kailash Satyarthi.
Friends, the Nobel Committee generously invited me to deliver a lecture. Respectfully, I am unable to do that. I represent here the sound of silence, the cry of innocence, and the face of invisibility. I have come here to share the voices and dreams of our children, because they are all our children. I have looked into their frightened and exhausted eyes, and I have heard their urgent questions. 20 years ago, in the foothills of the Himalayas, I met a small, skinny boy. He asked me,
"Is the world so poor that it cannot give me a toy and a book instead of forcing me to take a tool or gun?"
I met with a Sudanese child soldier who was kidnapped by an extremist militia. As his first training, he was forced to kill his friends and family. He asked me, "What is my fault?" There is no greater violence than to deny the dreams of our children. The single aim of my life is that every child is free to be a child, free to grow and develop, free to eat, sleep, see daylight, free to laugh and cry, free to play, free to learn, free to go to school, and above all, free to dream. All the great religions tell us to care for children. Jesus said, "Let the children come to me. Do not hinder them, for the kingdom of God belongs to them." The Holy Quran says, "Kill not your children because of poverty." I refuse to accept that all the temples and mosques and churches and prayer houses have no place for the dreams of our children. I refuse to accept that the world is so poor when just 1 week of global spending on armies is enough to bring all of our children into classrooms. I refuse to accept that all the laws and constitutions and the judges and the police are not able to protect our children. I refuse to accept that the shackles of slavery can ever be stronger than the quest for freedom. I refuse to accept. Undoubtedly, progress has been made in the last couple of decades. The number of out-of-school children has been halved. Child mortality and malnutrition has been reduced, and millions of child deaths have been prevented. The number of child laborers in the world has been reduced by a third. Make no mistake, great challenges still remain. We have utterly failed in imparting an education to our children, an education that gives the meaning and objective of life and a secure future, an education that builds a sense of global citizenship among the young people. I am afraid that the day is not far when the cumulative result of this failure will culminate in unprecedented violence. Yet, young people like Malala are rising up everywhere and choosing peace over violence, tolerance over extremism, and courage over fear. You and I live in the age of rapid globalization. We are connected through high-speed internet. Each day, thousands of flights connect us to every corner of the globe. But there is one serious disconnect. It is the lack of compassion. Let us inculcate and transform the individual's compassion into a global movement. Let us globalize compassion, not passive compassion, but transformative compassion that leads to justice, equality, and freedom. Mahatma Gandhi said,
"If we are to teach real peace in this world, we shall have to begin with the children."
I humbly add, let us unite the world through the compassion for our children. Whose children are they who stitch footballs, yet have never played with one? They are our children. Whose children are they who mine stones and minerals? They are our children. Whose children are they who harvest cocoa, yet do not know the taste of chocolate? They are all our children. Devli was born into intergenerational debt and bonded labor in India. Sitting in my car immediately after her rescue, the 8-year-old girl asked,
Why did you not come earlier?
Her angry question still shakes me and has the power to shake the world. Her question is for all of us. Why did we not come earlier? What are we waiting for? How many more Devlis will be allowed to go without rescue? How many more girls will be abducted, confined, and abused? Children like Devli across the world are questioning our inaction and watching our actions. We need collective actions with a sense of urgency. Every single minute matters. Every single child matters. Every single childhood matters. I challenge the passivity and pessimism surrounding our children. I challenge this culture of silence, this culture of neutrality. I, therefore, call upon all the governments, intergovernmental agencies, businesses, faith leaders, the civil society, and each one of us to put an end to all forms of violence against children. Slavery, trafficking, child marriages, child labor, sexual abuse, and illiteracy have no place in any civilized society. Friends, we can do this. Governments must make child-friendly policies and invest in education and young people. Businesses must be more responsible and open to innovative partnerships. Intergovernmental agencies must work together to accelerate action. Global civil society must rise above business as usual and scattered agendas. Faith leaders and institutions and all of us must stand with our children. We must be bold, we must be ambitious, and we must have the will. We must keep our promise.
All of human society must work together to ensure the safety and happiness of all children.